I love that song. How many of you love DJ Ronkan? Come on, isn't he amazing? I just love it. Every single second, he has the right music, the right tunes. So, how are you guys doing? Are you ready for the grand finale? The last 3 speakers, and it's going to blow you out of here. And you're going to go take the trains and the flights and the airplanes and the buses and the cars, and you're going to put that gas in the gas station, talking to people, sharing the dream and the message of Jeunesse. Are you ready? Do you feel prepared for that? It's amazing. So I want to talk to you a little bit about motivation and decision. And I want to share with you a couple of moments from my life when I was building the business. So for those of you that don't know my story, I'm 32 years old. My name's Danien Feier. I'm from Germany. I do live in Dubai. Obviously, I not always lived there. And we have the Dubai team here. I'm so proud of you guys. So my mom is a kindergarten teacher, and my dad's an engineer. And when I was born, my mom was 19 years old, so we didn't really have much. And I remember my mom always telling me the story about her parents didn't have money to turn on electricity, so sometimes it was just dark. And so growing up, it was always about saving money and being really tight, always doing the math, making sure you don't overspend. Everything we did was always within the budget, if that makes sense. And also, I got to tell you this, I love my mom and I love my dad, but my mom is tough. Do you know that when one parent has the pants on? In our case, it was my mom. And she had a very clear vision on how life's supposed to be lived. And we had a lot of rules at our house. A lot of rules. We had plans on when to clean the kitchen and when to clean the children's room and how to clean it. And it would be controlled. It was cleaned right. And I never understood why you have to move the bed from one side of the room to the other to check if it's cleaned under, but it was that way. And lots of other things. And I realized very, very early that I kind of feel I'm not living my own life. Because see, if on one side it's always strict, it's always rules, it's always this has to be, this is how it has to be, this is when you have to be home, no you can't do this is not possible, only this, then you kind of like, what if I could make those choices? How cool would that be? And then once you start making the first own steps, you realize, whoa, I need money. And we didn't have. So this is a very, very powerful combination. Number one, you kind of want to live your own life, but on the other side, you really understand without money, you're not going nowhere. And I understand how people say money is not the most important thing, but it's very, very high up there, close to oxygen in this world, right? So I was always creative. I was always thinking about ways, how can I generate some income? What can I do? I remember employing my little 2 sisters, and I would train a circus with them, and I would invite the neighbors and sell tickets for the circus. And then at the age of 14, I opened a restaurant in our living room, and with the food that my parents purchased already, and resold it, and all these different things. And so I was really, really hungry. And the reason why I tell you this is many times I have people coming up to me saying, hey, Danien, how can I motivate myself? Can you motivate me? Can you give me something that will make me go? And the truth is, I can't. Because I have never had the situation that I felt like I have to motivate myself. Just never had it. I don't know. I'm just motivated. Like, I want to do stuff. I want to do it. I want to change it. I want to go out there. I want to live a life. There's a beautiful world out there. Have you ever been to the Great Wall of China? I mean, some of you have. I haven't. I want to see it. Right? I always imagine the airports, the big, signs, and then there are like hundreds of cities and planes taking off this minute to Johannesburg, and others taking off to Hawaii, and others taking off to, I don't know, Sri Lanka, wherever you want to go. There's a world out there for that. And I always realized if I have to work all my life, then I won't have time to live. Does that make sense? And see, here's one of my favorite quotes I ever heard. And it's called, whoa, I have to translate that, sorry. So, the masses are mostly wrong. Better translated, the opinion of the mass is mostly wrong. That's completely opposite to what we learned. We thought if most people say it, it's right. But that's not. And I want to prove it to you, and it's very, very important, because how do you call the result of the masses? What's the word? Average, right? So how many of you came here to get average results? Nobody. This is why a leader cannot accept the mindset or the work ethic or anything of most people. Does it make sense? Because you want something that most people do not have. So you got to do something what most people do not do. And that's very important when you break out of here, because now you're motivated. You're completely pumped up, you're fired up, you go home, you start working, and your friend in 2 days is going to tell you, what happened to you? I don't recognize you anymore. You changed. You're weird since you're doing this Jeunesse thing. And you know, most people all of a sudden get really caught up with that, and they get insecure, and they're like, really? No, I'm still the same person. But honestly, you better don't be the same person. If somebody told me, Danien, I don't recognize you anymore, I would say, great, that's amazing. I'm really happy you don't, because I don't want to stay where I'm at. I want to go somewhere. And for that, I need to change. I need to be different. Right? So the opinion of the masses is mostly wrong, and you need to understand that. So when I finished school, I went into work in a bank, because not that I wanted a job, but my family thought it was a good idea. I wanted to go full-time in network marketing, but everybody thought you're crazy, so I thought, okay, I'm young, maybe I'm wrong, let me get a job if they want to. But my job was never plan A. My job was plan B. See, that's the next problem. For most people, you have a plan A, and then you do network marketing as a plan B. And I think, that's my experience, as long as it is plan B, it's going to stay plan B. You have to make the decision first. So take the decision that you're going to work at plan B as long as it's needed in order to make your dream a reality, whatever that is. But for me, that was network marketing, because most people say, you have to have a good job. You have to have good grades. You have to work good. You have to fit in the system in order one day somebody will give you a little bit more money. But if you want to be free, that's different. See, another thing I found out is this. Every single question you have in this life, you will get an answer if you search long enough and intense enough and you really want to have the answer. That's why I love the quote of Tony Robbins, who says the quality of your questions is going to determine the quality of your life. See, most people don't even understand the statement because the quality of the questions is so bad. See, Monday mornings, I don't know where you guys all live, but Monday mornings at the bus stop, it's no party time. Most people are happy Friday night because they feel they own the weekend. But the week, I have to work. And then they have those questions. Why do I have to work? Why is my boss such a prick? Can I say this? You know, why I'm not getting a raise? You know, honestly, let me tell you this, and I'm really not trying to be arrogant or anything, but have you ever seen, where are my German friends here? Who's from Germany? Okay. Oh, wow, that's quite a lot. So, have you ever seen thousands and thousands of people going out there making a demo, full-on media coverage, and I'm thinking, what the heck is happening in Germany? Like, I'm thinking something major happened. Oh no, they're fighting for 0.3% raise. Like, literally, they're fighting for $50 more per month. Who cares? See, like, sorry, I really don't try to be arrogant, but who cares? You better go start working on yourself. You better start understanding that the old insecurity is the new security, and the old security is the new unsecurity. What I mean is, a job does not give you security, ever. Ever. Because even if you work every single day, really, really good, 20 years, and then what? They lay you off. The world's changing, guys. You have to wake up. You know, 20 years ago, it's a different story. But today, if you're a lawyer, you're not competing with the other lawyers in your city anymore. You're competing global. You're competing to a lawyer in India who knows the law of your country better than you do. You work for $100 an hour for your association, maybe, and he works for $5 an hour. How are you going to compete? Everything is changing. Everything is becoming performance-driven. Even cleaning personnel in hotels, more and more and more getting paid per room, per unit, not per hour anymore. Because it's all based on performance, and the world is changing, and you cannot stop it. But most people say, you got to have a good job, and you have to just function, and you have to be like all the others. I think what you got to do is you have to take a decision what you really want out of life. And once this is clear, now you build what you need in order to get it. And see, sometimes, especially movies, they make us these pictures of poor people, how they're so amazing, how they're so humble, and how they're so good people because they're poor, and the rich guy's always the idiot. Have you ever realized that? Did you guys know that 95% of all charitable donations come from people with high net worth? I've never seen anyone helping a lot of people but not being able to give anything. That doesn't make sense. So, see, the truth is, what do you really want? The time's ticking. The time's ticking right now on this clock. The time's ticking on your clocks. We all don't know how much time we're going to have. I decided that I'm not going to settle for less, and I personally decided that I'm not going to spend 40 years of my life working for the dream of someone else, but I'm going to build a business that's going to support the lifestyle and the life that I want to live, and so have you. That's why you're here, and I'm very, very proud of you for that, to you, about that. Okay. Right. So, when you do this journey, when you go this journey, I understand from a personal feeling it's never fast enough, right? It's always too slow. We hate it. We want it to explode tonight. But it just won't. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Maybe it'll be in a week. Maybe it'll be in a year. But here's what you got to do. Just keep on going every single day. It's very important you work with passion and excitement. It's very important you never, ever stop pouring out that energy. Every single phone call, every single meeting, everything you do, it should be led towards where you're going. And you need to be going somewhere, because if you don't know where you're going, nobody's going to follow you. It's very, very important. See, most of you, I understand, you're excited for Jeunesse and you want to do it, and then some people ask me, I don't really know how to sponsor someone, and I just look at, I don't even listen to the words, I just look at how you say it, and I know why nobody's following you. Does it make sense? You have to, people have to understand something's happening when they talk to you. It's very, very, very important. And I don't mean to be crazy, but what I'm trying to say is put some passion in what you do. And everything is going to get easier. And see, another thing, most people, they just have too many options. I read something one day that was amazing. Actually, it was in Dubai, in a bar, and there was this bartender, and they had this sticker on, and that sticker said NOW, N-O-W. And then it said the acronym, No Other Way. And I looked at that, and I said, wow, I love that. Now, no other way, because that means now doesn't just only mean right now, timely, but now also means you need to cut off every other way. Some of you aren't at where you want to be in Jeunesse because you just have too many options. If that doesn't work out, I can still hold on to this a little bit. See, you want to have all the success without taking the risk. It won't happen. But don't be too scared. Don't take life too serious. It's not that we're getting out alive, any of us. Just go for your dreams. Go for what you really want to go for. And while I built my business, all those 14 years, ups and downs, I've experienced many things that weren't ideal. They weren't really good. I joined companies that went bankrupt. 14 years ago, there was no Jeunesse. Right? But I just refused to stop. I just kept going and kept going and kept going. Now, here's what I love. Plans are written in sand, but the vision is carved in stone. So plans will change, so you need to stay flexible. You need to, plan, do, review, but you know where you're going, and that better doesn't change. And it's better meaningful to you, because if it's not meaningful, you will stop. And sometimes, also people say, well, I don't have so many people. See, I believe you don't need too many people. You just need a few that really know what's going on. You just need a handful of people that really decide where you're going to take this thing. And all of a sudden, you influence. You influence a city. You influence a country. You influence, your personal area. It's amazing what's possible transforming your life with this business. But you have to believe that, and you have to decide that. 7 years ago, I took the decision that I'm never going to ever settle for less, and that network marketing is going to be my mastery. And since then, I'm driven by that. In the beginning, it was make more money, live, be able to be outside. One day, when you have that, then what else? And for me, it's tapping into a field where nobody has gone before. We can do something with Jeunesse, and in fact, we're already doing something with Jeunesse, which nobody has done before, right? What if we all adapted that mindset and we understand that we can do a lot more than what most people think is possible? Because remember, most people are wrong. It's the few people, the crazy ones, the ones that dream big, the people that are naive enough to believe in the dream, that are actually going to live it one day. And my passion is to live my dream and help everybody else to do the same thing, and I hope I could do this for you today. Have a great rest of the convention. Take a decision. Run hard. Never ever stop until you get there, and take everyone with you that you love. Thank you so much. God bless you.